All right. Hey guys. So my name is Lisa Noffsinger and I'm so excited to be with Christy Doss. She is on here and we are going to do a little training for you guys. This is kind of a two-parter. You can kind of see it either way. It's for those who are new to Plexus, who need some training, just the basics. There's so many things we can talk about. But tonight we're just going to talk about the basics. But it's also for people who want to relaunch their business, who need kind of a reminder of what to do, how to do it, ways to navigate through getting started back. So that's what we're here to do. So we're back to basics and for newbies and for those wanting to relaunch. So let's just jump right in. So first of all, this seems very basic for y'all who have been in the business for a while, but it's a great reminder to relaunch your business because you're kind of starting over to some degree. You maybe have lost your audience, you maybe have lost your team, your customers, so we got to start back. And so the first way to start back, the most positive way to start back is you have to kind of re-identify your why. And sometimes I get so tired of people saying, what's your why? What's your why? Write down your why, post your why. And it's like, who cares about the why? Well, that's so important. Your why is what is going to keep you disciplined, not even motivate. It's going to keep you disciplined because motivation, if any of y'all ever listened to Mel Robbins, she's fantastic. She was actually a speaker at a convention last year in Vegas for us last summer. Mel is fantastic. And she said something not too long ago in one of her videos, her trainings, and she was like, motivation's crap. So we don't say the C word in our house, but I'll say motivation's crap. And she said, don't wait to be motivated. And that's true. You cannot wait to be motivated to go to the gym or to eat right or to do your work for college or whatever. No one ever feels like it. They're not motivated to do it. So you have to rely on discipline. Motivation can last for maybe a little season, but you cannot rely on motivation. Don't wait for motivation to come. You have to be disciplined. So what do we be disciplined about? You have to be disciplined. You have to figure out what your why is and revisit that every month. That can change. Sometimes your why could be health, your family's health, your finances. Once you reach a financial goal, then your why, your financial why can change. So you have to revisit that. So write that down, share it with your shareholders who are your family, your spouse, your kids, your parents. Share it with them so they can keep you accountable. And so they can remind you of why you're doing this. So reestablish that why. And then again, something basic is, Christy and I have been doing this for almost 5 years, Christy, right? I think 5. Okay. Almost 5-ish. So we still have to have our list, and you'll hear it said list of 100, list of 200, revamp that. Don't always go back to that old list, because if you don't have something written down beside it of what they said and how they followed up, then you're going to have the same old list. So make sure you're revamping that list, revisit it, and always go back to that list when you're doing your IPAs, which is your income producing activities. We'll talk about that in 2 seconds. So update your list of 100 and make sure that you're posting. Make sure you're posting smart. Make sure that you're reaching out. Don't assume that people are going to just be looking at your posts. Make sure that you're using social media to your best advantage. You guys, that is a huge resource for us, and it is free for now. Hopefully it will remain free. But it's a huge resource for us. So we got to make sure that we're using social media. If you're not good with Instagram, first of all, don't tell yourself you're not good at it. That's something about mindset we have to be aware of. You are good as you're going to be right now, but tell yourself you're going to get better. Tell yourself people love, reading your posts and your stories on Instagram. If you're not doing that consistently on Instagram, y'all, that is where it is going, is Instagram. So some people don't even have Facebook accounts. They only have Instagram. So get on Instagram, post, do your stories, be personable. If you don't have a great testimony to share, whether health or finances, y'all, there are so many resources out there for testimonies that you can use someone else's testimony, because I don't have a huge weight loss testimony. I don't have a cancer testimony. I don't struggle with thyroid issues, so I can't use that as a testimony. But there are other testimonies out there that you can share about those things in those areas, because someone out there is struggling with those things. So don't just post about you, although it's very important to post about the things that you've experienced, because no one can debate your true life experience, what you've had happen in your life and in your family's life. So make sure that you are posting about yourself. Do live videos. Do post more frequently than you think is necessary. Excuse me, because there's going to be people that do not check Facebook every day or every week. I'm so sorry. And they need to know what's going on in your life. They're your friends on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, if you got that, because they love you and they want to see what's going on in your life. And they're nosy. They want to see what's going on. So make sure that you're posting and that you're reminding people of what these products and this financial opportunity has done for you. And please, for the love of all that is good, do not post a graphic with your, if you have to post an annual income graphic, that's one thing. But if you have a testimony about yourself or others, do not post a graphic. Post a picture, use a picture. And if you're using a testimony from someone else and you don't like the picture that they use on their testimony, then go to their profile and use a picture that you do like, or a picture that's like show stopping, that'll stop someone as they're scrolling through Facebook. You want to get their attention so they'll stop scrolling. So use one of their pictures, a better picture that you like better, for their post. But post testimonies. People out there are struggling, and we've got to be able to consistently remind people that there are people out there that struggle with the same thing. And if we're not posting, then they may not ever know about it. So make sure that you're posting. And tailor your post to your conversations. It's so funny because I'll be talking to somebody about something that, plexus will just happen to come up in a normal everyday conversation. And it'll remind me that, hey, I haven't posted about depression in a while. I need to post about how these products help with depression. So post things that you're dealing with now in your everyday conversations with people. And make sure that when you're posting that you're following up. You're following up with people that have liked your post, and you're following up with people who have commented. So if you're not following up, you're really missing out on an opportunity there. So make sure that you're following up. So, and don't ever hit the share button. All right. That may seem basic for a lot of y'all, but some of y'all that are watching this or rewatching it, y'all need to know, do not share a testimony or a post. Always copy and paste and make it your own, okay, for whenever you post it. Something else that is really important, so some people may just have one or two people that you've signed up. Believe it or not, you are a leader. That makes you a leader. So you have to make sure that you're training your people. You might be new, or you might be silver or gold, and you think, well, I don't know how to train my team. How do I do that? You don't have to have your own team page. Make sure that you have them on your uplines team page, at least your uplines team page. If your upline doesn't have a team page, then use that upline, okay? It has a good team page that has lots of good resources, lots of good files, testimonies, diamond docs, things like that, product tips. Use those team pages as a resource for your newbies and for yourself. You don't have to know everything to be able to be a leader, to train your team, whether it's one person or 1,000 people. If someone has signed up under you and they're wanting to do this business, you have to take the responsibility to train them. So you have to make sure that you are disciplined enough to train yourself. And you don't have to eat the elephant all in one day. You're going to eat that elephant one bite at a time. So every night, at least 5 nights a week, take the weekends off, or if you're working throughout the week, then take the weekends to train yourself. But there are YouTube videos. There are, y'all, if you haven't gone and played around in the back office, you're doing yourself and your team a disservice, because the back office, especially now, they're better than ever. They have all kinds of resources in the back office. I'm going to tell you more about that in 2 seconds. But make sure that you are training your team. You're leading your team by doing training calls, by checking up on them in a three-way message. If you have a brand new ambassador, whether they're wholesale or they want to do the business, you really need to get them plugged in on the team page, minimum, just to welcome them and to give them a place for resource, and make sure that you are putting those new people in a three-way message with you, them, and your upline. And just say, hey, I'm so excited to share with you if, let's say Diana has signed up somebody new, and she is so excited that she's just signed this person up. So she's going to put them in a three-way with me, and Diana is going to be talking to me about this new person. She's going to tag the new ambassador, whether it's just wholesale or not. And Diana's going to say, oh, Lisa, I'm so excited to share with you about my friend Jane that signed up. She's so excited to start these products. Just wanted to welcome her to you personally, and just let you know she's excited to start, something simple like that. Because and I'm going to say, hey, Jane, I'm so excited to meet you. Tell me about your story. Why did you sign up? What's your deal with what you're looking to get out of this? What are your goals? So that's going to be able to give Jane a resource in me. And then if Diana's not available, she can always connect with me in that three-way message and say, hey, I know Diana's sick or she's out of town or whatever, but I've got this question. And that gives her a direct link to me, and that I'm able to be a resource for Jane. Also, especially if you're a more seasoned ambassador, don't forget the power of the three-way message, because you're going to be able to show that downline. So let's say Diana just kind of started and she doesn't even really know how to train Jane. So I'm going to be able to show Diana questions to ask. The resources that I share with Jane, Diana's going to be able to use those for the next person. Does that make sense? So I'm essentially also training Diana. Diana doesn't need to be trained, but I'm just saying if she was new and she wasn't really sure how to train, I'm going to be able to be that example to be able to show her how to answer Jane's questions, and what, Jane has a question about a video or a product, and I'm going to be able to show Diana how to answer those questions. Okay. So make sure you're doing those three-way messages. Make a video for your team. Do a training like this. Even if it's something small, that's okay. You don't have to have 1,000 people, obviously, on a call to do a training, because people always can have that as a resource to go back and rewatch it. Even if you have on Messenger, there's an option to do a video messenger. So you can be in a three-way chat with two other people. So it's you and two other people in a three-way chat. You actually can go up to the top and there's a little camera. You can click on that and that actually starts a video. So the three of y'all, it's like three-way FaceTime. So y'all can actually do that without having to go to Zoom or even do FaceTime. You can do it within the three-way chat. So if you didn't know that, there's a little tip for you. And you can just say, hey, y'all, let's hop on. Jane has a question about so-and-so. Let's hop on, a video messenger for 10 minutes and let's discuss this, because then they can see your face. They can ask, maybe feel more comfortable to ask questions if they can see your face and hear the inflection in your voice. So that's so important to be able to do that. Also, a way to be leading your team by training is, are you doing the Zoom calls like this? Are you showing up consistently? Do you go to local meetings whenever there's either a local meeting, or whether there's like a team sponsored meeting, or if there's a Plexus Opportunity meeting, whether it's corporate sponsored? Are you going to convention? Are you getting yourself to Super Saturday? Are you getting yourself to opportunity meetings? Are you getting yourself to Leaders Retreat? These are so important, because even if no one else on your team goes, you're setting an example. That's how you lead your team while you're being trained. They see that you've made it a priority to go to these events. So hopefully that'll spark in them the discipline they know that it will take to get themselves to it. Okay, so that's something that's very duplicatable for your teams. So make sure you're attending the meetings, you're attending the Zoom calls, the trainings, things like that. Also, make sure that you're doing launch events for your newbies. Y'all, I've had people that have been taking these products for a while. They did not want to do anything for the business, but then they came back and said, I'm interested in the business. And so we do launch events when they're ready to be serious about the business. Y'all, those are huge launch events. Do not underestimate a launch event. If you don't know how to do it, get with me, get with your upline, and ask them how to do it. It is simple. It is very duplicatable. And you can tailor it to the person or to the season of the year. It's so fun to do, and it reaps huge rewards, and that's a great way to train your team. It's a great way to be duplicatable, so make sure that you're doing that as well. Also, for your newbies, make sure that you encourage them to do a coming out post. So not coming out of the closet post, but coming out with doing Plexus posts. So make sure that you say, hey, before you post that, just run that by me, and I'll be happy to see if there's anything that I recommend, or, making any tweaks to it or whatever. So it can be what's the word? So you can be as, not accurate, but you want their first post to be on point. You want it to be compliant. So make sure they run those first couple of posts by you, and you can help them kind of tweak it to be as effective. That's the word I was looking for, to be as effective as possible. So that's leading your team and helping to train your team. Also, this is something that's so important. Run with your runners. So if you have someone on your team and you're just like, I know she would be so good to do this business. I know she would rock it. But Jane doesn't think she would rock it, and she's not putting on any effort, and she's not showing up to meetings, and she's not doing any challenges. She's not posting. She's not asking any questions. Nothing. Then don't spend the majority of your time with Jane if she's not running, if she's not wanting to do this business, because you cannot revive a dead horse. There's no point in beating a dead horse. You can't revive it. So leave it alone. And when Jane's ready to do this business, you'll know when she's serious, when she shows up and she is consistent and she's serious. Annalise got a laughing face. When she's serious about this business, then you can put more time into her. That's not being ugly. It's not personal, because you're still loving on her. You want to still love on her. She's going to be what's considered your 80%, not your 20. So your 20% is going to be the people that are running with this business. They are serious. They are disciplined about making this a successful business. So you want to run with those 20, and then the 80% that say they want it but don't really put forth any effort, love on them still, follow up with them, just treat them like a wholesale customer, so that is something that I do struggle with as well. And but you have to remind yourself of that. So run with the 20, love on the 80. Run with your runners. So let's see. Or some people say it's even 90-10. 90% of people say they want it, and they don't really want it. They just say they want it. But actions speak louder than words. We all know that. Also, something as far as we're wanting to break this down and for it to be basic. This is something that is applicable to those who are just starting out, and for those who have been doing this business a while. This is something I have to remind myself of too. Do not assume that someone does not need these products, and they don't assume someone doesn't need this business, okay? And don't assume someone can't be a rock star. You can look at someone that you think has it all together, and they are very successful in whatever their present job is, and they are bold and they are confident, and you think they'd be a rock star, and they may flounder. So don't assume someone that is shy and that doesn't post a lot and doesn't do videos and just who isn't very sociable. Don't assume they can't be a rock star. You never know. And so don't be afraid to pursue that a little bit more. Christy's going to talk about the business, leading with the opportunity. Don't assume someone doesn't want this business. Okay. So don't assume. It's so important. One of the things, I'm going to kind of be wrapping it up here on my end, and then Christy's going to share, but something that is so important is mindset. And mindset, building belief, and even consistency can all kind of be thrown into one. So people do calls on just mindset, on just building belief, on which is depending on what your belief is, depends on how consistent you are. So consistency, if you don't believe in something, you're not going to be consistent with it. So what are your beliefs about what you're doing? Do you believe in the products? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in this opportunity? Do you believe in this company? If any of those are no, I don't, then you need to do some serious homework on that and see, why don't I? Get to the root of the issue on that, because if you don't believe in it, then no one else is either. So you have to go back and say, all right, I don't have the belief in the products that I need to, because I haven't been on the products very long, or I stopped and because I didn't think they were working for me. And so now I get back. So what belief do I have? You need to borrow someone else's belief, borrow my belief, borrow Christy's belief, borrow your teammates' belief, borrow the belief that people have that are sharing their stories, their testimonies, their life-changing testimonies. Share those stories, because until you have one of your own, you need to be able to share the belief that you have. So, working in an OBGYN office, I have people that, reps that come in, and these male reps, I've shared this example before, but I'm going to share it again. I have these male reps, pharmaceutical reps, that come in and they talk about estrogen cream. So they're a guy, they're not using estrogen cream on themselves, but they have so much belief in this product. Why? Because of the testimonies of other people who have been on the product. They have to borrow their belief to be able to sell this product and be convinced, be persuadable to have rock solid belief in this product, because so-and-so has an amazing testimony about it, but they've never even taken the product because they're a guy. So they have to borrow the belief of the person that took the products. Do you see where I'm going with that? So borrow someone else's belief. A great way that you can do this, we're going back to resources, is your back office. In the back office, they have Diamond Docs. If you have not watched a Diamond documentary, please go in the back office and find a Diamond documentary. There is something for everyone. And a lot of times it still kind of tears me up to watch these Diamond docs, because it's so personal. And it's so real when you follow someone's journey to get where they got to be at the top of the company. So that's a great way to build your belief, and also to help other people build their beliefs. There's also opportunity videos in the back office. There's also a series called Because of Plexus. And it's just a short little, I think like a 2 or 3 minute little video documentary almost on Because of Plexus, whatever they were able to have. I think it's mainly health stories is the Because of Plexus series, but they're all in the back office. With your mindset, you have to choose how you react to people telling you no, to people on your team that are negative. You have to choose how you respond to whenever someone wants to be negative about the company or the products or whatever. You have to, first of all, not encourage that drama. You don't want to encourage negativity. You want to be able to say something positive and then redirect the conversation. You don't want to feed into that negativity. They just want to pull you down into that. So be careful about that, because challenges are going to come in this business. You are not immune to challenges because you're in Plexus, and you're definitely not immune to challenges if you go somewhere different, because whatever mindset you have, that's going to follow you into the next business or the next opportunity that you're seeking. So your mindset is so, so important. In Proverbs 23:7, it says, as he thinks in his heart, so he is. So you have to make sure that you're taking every thought captive. I would encourage you to pray. Pray for yourself as a leader. How can I be a better leader? How can I be a better storyteller to be able to get this message out? Pray for your team. Pray for your current team, and pray for your future team. Pray for the exact people that God wants on your team, for them to, for the Lord to bring them to your team, for you to have an opportunity to share with them. Because this is not just about the products, and it's not just about making lots of money. It's not. This opportunity is a vehicle that the Lord has given us to be able to fulfill a better purpose, a greater purpose, not just pushing products and getting a paycheck. It's more than that. Your life has more worth than just selling products and just signing up people. This is a vehicle that the Lord can use us for greater purpose. So you just have to figure out what your purpose is and use this as a platform and a vehicle to do just that. So that's all I have. Christy is going to talk about some more things. So I'm going to give it over to her. She's unmuted. Okay, great.
You're so good, Lisa. Thank you for all that. I know I was sitting here while you're talking, and just so much was going through my mind because I've got certain topics I want to talk about. And it's so true. Like you were talking about, just having that belief built up and like, okay, so my first topic is leading with the business. Y'all, I know it can be scary to reach out about the business, but like I know one thing that I did personally that kind of helped me was I got pumped up, y'all. Like I would watch diamond documentaries. Um, I would go running, like I would just like go walking, speed walking, run, get my blood pumping, like whatever it takes, y'all, to get you to where you can like, oh, thank you. Whatever you can do to get yourself fired up, that's going to help you in reaching out about the business. Because I mean, do you want a team of wholesale customers, or do you want to grow a team of business builders? A lot of it has to do with what you're posting about, what you're reaching out about. Are you only posting about products and testimonies? Or are you posting about the opportunity that is so life changing? I can't stress it enough, y'all. I get it. I get fired up because it is so life changing, and I want this for y'all. Like y'all can do this, and a lot of it is just, like Lisa was talking about mindset. Dig into like, whatever it takes to get you to where you're focused. And like she said, reach out to your upline. Like if you've got a question, reach out to them, because guess what? We love it. Like we know that when you're reaching out to us, you are working, you are wanting this. Questions are golden to us because, I mean, yes, you can dig. We want you to dig also because you're gonna dig. Like, because when you're in this, you're digging because you want to like, I mean, that's how you train yourself. You're digging YouTubes, you're finding people to follow. I'm kind of going off track, but like, as far as, who to follow, like, look who's on that leaderboard, Brooke Hemingway, Emily Gibson, whoever's on there, go dig into some of their trainings on YouTube. Because there's so much that you will not see posted on the team page that you can dig. That's one thing that I used to do, was just dig, dig, dig. It was so fun. Like I would be driving on the road or, cleaning or something and just listening to a training, and it got me fired up. I mean, it kept me fired up because you are going to have a roller coaster. This is not easy, but it's simple, duplicatable steps. I mean, like Lisa said, when someone gets added new, introduce them to their upline. That is huge, y'all. Okay. And this is what I'm excited about is Lisa, when she talked to me about, I reached out to her. I'm like, hey, what is this plexus stuff? Because she had made a great post about how it's helping her sinuses. Okay. I'm like, what is this? She went into, if you just start sharing this, you can get your products covered, y'all. Like, I will never forget that. And that's one reason why I share about the opportunity to every single person, because if she had not said that, I mean, that was gold to me, because I did not want the extra cost. I knew my husband was not going to be on board. So she put that in my mind to begin with, and I will forever be grateful, because I mean, by day 4, when I started feeling amazing, I was like, I didn't even tell my husband I had joined. Like I had joined for the cheapest price, because that's the way to go, the cheapest price. And I literally, I was like, when I finally did tell him, because he started noticing the changes also by like day 4, I'm like, look, I'm not going to have to pay for this. I'm going to start sharing it, and I'm going to get my products covered. I promise I will not have this monthly cost, because we already had, sinus surgery bills. We had all the medical bills. We had, it was always something. I was always sick. So just by me being able to tell my husband, hey, look, I can do this. Y'all, I have not had to pay for my products since. Like the first joining, that's it. Like it's only gone up ever since, because I mean, the products work, y'all. You're basically, it's like the perfect storm. I mean, the masses need these products. You don't know who's struggling with something that, I mean, 9 times out of 10, you have no clue what your friends are struggling with. They're not going to tell you. And like, I'm just so thankful that Lisa was brave and started sharing, because I mean, y'all, I had been praying for answers, and I won't go into my testimony, but I mean, it really is such a God thing when you're praying and someone, you know, introduces you to this. And like I said, the masses need these. There's so much junk out there, and people are struggling. They are struggling with their health and their finances. Y'all have, I mean, it's all right here. So a lot of it is just being brave, do whatever it takes to get you fired up, watch those diamond documentaries every day, you know, even trainings, but do whatever it takes to keep you fired up, because I promise you're going to feel like you're going up a mountain, a really tall mountain. You're going to feel like you're climbing. And then you're going to work hard. I promise. My husband, I don't know how many times he told me, you are working for pennies. What are you doing? You're working all this time and you're not making anything. I'm like, I know what I've got here. Like, this is life changing, and this opportunity is also, and I'm going to get there. And every rank I tell him, I'm going for gold. I'm going for senior gold. I'm going for this. And by Ruby, he's like, oh, so you're really going to hit Ruby? Yeah. And like, it literally wasn't until Ruby that he saw that this is real. And you're going to have skeptics. I mean, like I said, he would tell me, why are you doing this? You are not making anything. I knew what it was. Like, I knew the end result. Like I said, climb that mountain. You're going to get to the top, and you're going to build that team, and you're going to find people that want this. I guarantee, share with love, share with heart, and just don't give up. Don't give up on people, because when you're keeping this from somebody, you're keeping a big blessing from people. So don't ever keep this from somebody. Sorry, I wrote some notes too. I didn't want to forget, but I get so fired up about that, because leading with a business is key. You know, leading with a business, always sharing it. So every time I'd have someone interested in products, I would mention the opportunity. And so that's how you grow a team of business builders. And like, there is a video I did watch kind of like when I got deeper into the business. I don't know if y'all have seen it, and I can post it under our call post. But Whitney Ward talks about like exactly what I was saying about, if you're only sharing about the products, you're going to have great wholesale customers, but you're not going to ever grow your business, your team. It's going to take team builders to get to those goals that you want to reach. And sprinkle in the business, y'all. Like, I know so many different times I would just sprinkle it. I'd be like, oh, this diamond doctor reminds me so much of you. Or, you know, I could totally see you driving that Lexus. You know, just sprinkle it in. You don't ever feel like you're being pushy to anyone. I mean, you are loving on people. And I mean, a lot of people don't think they could do this, or they really don't understand it. So like I said, just don't ever keep that from anybody. My other topic, okay, I got excited about some of these topics, because I like kind of in doing the business, you've learned so much from things. But like, one of them I had was the qualities in a business builder. And Lisa did touch base on this also. Y'all, I used to reach out to everyone about the business. And yes, there are people that, you know, like Lisa said, the successful people, the already busy people. Yes, do not forget about those people, because a lot of times you're thinking, oh, well, they're already successful. No, they could see gold more than anything with this. I mean, how great of an opportunity this is. But as far as negative people, y'all, there are some people that I had reached out to in the past that were negative and constantly complaining. It's not going to change. Like, do you want those on your team, or do you want positive people, uplifting people, encouraging people? Those are the ones you want on your team. And people that are, you know, already have a close circle of friends. I mean, those are great people that you want to invite and just share with. But yeah, definitely. And people that just love people. And there's some people you'll notice, like, they'll make like one comment on Facebook or one post on Facebook, and they'll get like 100 comments and likes. And you're like, oh my gosh, those are influential people. Those are great people for the business. And you flat out reach out to them and tell them, like, say, oh my gosh, like, I'm so excited about what I'm doing. Like, you've got to hear about it, and just share your heart. There's no script for this. Like, share your heart, tell them why they would be really good at it. Just tell them. And if they don't respond or you get crickets, so what? I mean, that's okay. You have shared your heart, because if you don't share with them, someone else will. I guarantee someone else will. But just do it. Just do it, and then put your phone away if you have to. But just do it, right? You never know unless you share. And a lot of times it's not because of you. It's because they don't know enough about what you're talking about, or they're just not ready yet. Timing is everything, y'all. Don't give up on people. You might reach out, you might reach out to someone and they're just, it's not the right time. There's something going on, or they can't get in the mind frame for it. But don't forget about them. You can always love on them later and be like, hey, I thought about you. Have you thought any more about what I mentioned? And send something like, another diamond or something for them to check out. And just be like, I'd really think I would love to just chat or meet up. If you can meet up with them, meet up for coffee. Be like, hey, I would love to treat you for coffee or something. Like, just, hear me out. No pressure, just hear me out. I love stuff like that, because really in person is where it's at. Like, trying to get personal with people, meet up with them. And 9 times out of 10, if they do meet up with you, they're really interested. They want to hear you. So, but just being bold. It gets easier. I mean, it never is super easy, but it does get easier. I don't have to go running to get the courage up to to reach out to someone, and I don't have to listen to a diamond dog. But that was something that kept me going, like when I was getting started. So it does find what works for you. Dream boards. I love dream boards. It's something that I did when I was first getting started, and I always updated it. So it's a little different than your why, and at least touched base on why. But your dream board is just kind of a fun dream board, and just put anything and everything on it. I know my first dream board, I had my kids on it because I wanted to be home full time. I mean, there's so many different things that I put on it. I wanted the Lexus really bad, y'all. It's okay to want the Lexus, y'all. Give yourself grace. I mean, it's okay to want the things like the Lexus or the trip to Hawaii, y'all. I mean, and it's great too to also have something that, you have passion for. Like, do you want to be able to tithe more? I mean, there's a lot of great things that you can put on your dream board. Even even just traveling in general. I mean, that was one thing on there. I was like, I just want to be able to travel. And, do you want to retire early? Do you want to retire your husband like a lot of people have done? I mean, I know one thing my husband's thankful for is he doesn't have to go to work stressing about, he can go to work and, even though there is some stress there, of course, because it's work, but he doesn't have the pressure of financial, like, oh, I have to be there because I have to make a paycheck. Y'all, that's freeing. I mean, that is so freeing. And just for me to be able to do that, like, that's awesome. Okay, so dream board, go to Pinterest and find you some pictures. If it's, you want to be home full time, get a picture of your kids, whatever it takes, but collage it together and put it on your phone, like your background or something that you can see it daily, so that can motivate you. I love making the dream boards, but just you can put, your goal on it. If you want to be gold or ruby or whatever, or emerald or diamond, you can put a graphic of that on there. And I don't know, visualizing just makes a really big difference. Just seeing it just is huge, and it was always so fun for me. Yes, we do need to do that. It's been a while since we've done that as like a team, but those were always so powerful for me. And then, okay, y'all, so hosting events. I want y'all to know that it does not have to be something super formal, but get people in front of you. Like, I know people, you don't have to do parties. No, you don't have to do parties, but sip and sees are they're very powerful. I know something that I did starting out was just, getting a few people together, shake up a bottle of pink drink. You don't have to have a big dispenser and all elaborate. Have like a few little, like one little, what did we have? We used to have like some kind of little dip that we got at Publix with some pita chips. One bottle of pink drink, shake it up, have some cups, and just talk. Just have people there. You don't have to have a team around you. And and just get people together and just share what the products have done for you. If you've got a teammate there, they can share what the products have done for them and which ones specifically. But really just focus on the main products like triplex, don't feel like you have to go over every single product. But really getting people in front of you is so, so powerful. And if you can team up with a sideline, that's powerful too, because it's like third party validation. You have another person there to talk about their testimony. But start out small. And also opportunity events are great. I've been teaming up with Sally, a sideline here that's a jewel, and we've been kind of teaming up together, and we have a script that we've gotten from our upline, which I'm happy to pass along to anyone that wants that. I know Lisa's got one too. So really you've got the resources, and a lot of this is just duplicating what our upline has done and just using it. And so y'all, you've got so many resources. Utilize everything that I have done. I have duplicated from someone that has done it before me. And I've just taken it and I've tweaked it or made it my own. So utilize that. Kind of dig on team pages, dig on, just dig. And you'll find some really great things. And like I said, simple is great. It's just doing it. The doing it is where it's at. Okay. And I know Lisa talked about self-development. Let me get some water, y'all. Sorry. My throat's getting dry. Okay. Like I said, watch leaderboard. Leaderboard's huge. Just a great way to kind of see, well, what are they doing, or what are they posting, or, see where they're at, see what they posted in YouTube for training wise. But some of my favorites are like Brooke Hemingway. I feel like Brooke Hemingway, her stuff's golden. Because she just digs so much herself into self-development. She shares everything she learns. So I really feel like her stuff's so golden. And Emily Gibson, of course, and then Phelan Black's always at the top. But really just kind of look. I don't know, Lisa, if you want to add any of your favorite people to follow. As far as podcasts, I love driving and listening to Jessica Huffley. Abby Kappa's got some great ones, and Emily Gibson has one I've just started kind of listening to. Of course, Bob Heilig has some great trainings. What is that? Helmet? Okay, Heffley, right? I saw helmet at first. Yes, Heffley. But there's so many great ones, and you'll find people that you'll find people that you relate to, and you'll just naturally start following certain people. A lot of it is who you just happen to connect more with, your personality wise. And that's one thing I love about this, is there's no set personality. There's no set personality. And so just know that you're going to find someone that you can kind of connect with. Yeah, Bridget Ryan's great too. And you'll just when you're digging, you'll find people that you love connecting with and you love following. Book. Okay. I didn't want to forget the name, so I took a screenshot. And this is my favorite book. I recommend it to everybody when they're first getting started, just because it's short, simple, and I'm not good at reading thick books. I just don't ever finish them. But Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. I feel like that is the perfect get started book. I mean, it's short, sweet, and it's amazing. And it really builds your belief in network marketing, which I feel like is really huge. Oh wait, I was trying to read these. Where's my active? Sorry, I got sidetracked. I want to read all your stuff. But yes, so you want to find, something that you can dig into constantly that will keep you focused. Like I said, you're going to have the roller coaster. Just know that we've all been there and we all still have it, and it's okay. You push through it. You just push through it and just know that you're going to get there. Just have your end goal in mind and have your goals. I never looked way ahead when I was goal setting. I always went to what is the next thing? What is the next thing? Don't ever look too far ahead. Just always look at what is the next goal. What does it take to go super silver, or what does it take to go gold? Don't ever just overwhelm yourself thinking of, oh my gosh, I have to have this many points. No, y'all, I promise it happens. You start growing your team and digging into self-development, it's going to happen. Another book is The Four Color Personalities for MLM. That's one of my favorite ones because it helps you figure people out. Like, I had no idea that people are so different and what makes them different, but I don't know. I just love that book. I felt like it really helped me kind of understand that how, when I reach out to people, kind of use all the different colors, not just one, but just touch a little bit on every color. And Millionaire by Halftime, Presley Swaggerty, the Flip Flop CEO, and of course, John Maxwell is amazing on any kind of leadership building, any kind of leadership training that you want to get into. But y'all, that's all. I think that's all I got. But this was fun.
Yes, good job, girl. I love, one of the reasons that I love to do calls like this is because if nothing else, you can see the heart of mine and the heart of Christy's. And I think that sometimes it doesn't translate as well when we're just posting on our team pages or sharing something in a message. So I love being able to do things like this because I get to see your beautiful faces, and even if you have the camera off, and I can just feel that you're here, and it just helps bring some solidarity, which I think is so important in a team. And I just love all of y'all. I know Christy loves all of y'all too, and we are so thankful for y'all. We're so thankful for y'all taking the time out of your schedules and to be away from your families to invest in your business, to invest in the mission that you have and that you feel you've been called to. And this is the vehicle that you're gonna to be able to fulfill the purpose that the Lord has for y'all. And so we're so excited to be a part of that. So that is it for tonight. And we look forward to just hearing what you guys think. Let us know what more trainings that y'all are looking forward to, and how we can best serve y'all to help you be successful. So we love y'all, and we'll see y'all later. Good night.